Where to find new cryptocurrencies? Before you start to look, you may want to ask yourself a few key questions. Notably, how will investing in cryptocurrency affect your portfolio? Is it a good long-term investment? Are non-fungible tokens, NFTs, a good idea? What is decentralized finance, DeFi, and does it hold interesting investment opportunities? Should you invest in an initial coin offering, ICO? Navigating the cryptocurrency landscape can be confusing. The absence of quantifiable and trustworthy criteria for evaluation and a plethora of scams have further perplexed potential investors and made them wary. But despite the problems, cryptocurrencies may be an asset class worth investigating. They can add diversity to your portfolio, and their price volatility can offer good returns. There are several places you can monitor to see what new cryptocurrencies are emerging. Exchanges. Cryptocurrency exchanges are one of the most reliable sources for finding new investments. For example, Coinbase generally lists new cryptocurrencies on its website, but you must set up an account for better access. Binance also lists new crypto that you can review and investigate further. Data aggregators. A data aggregator gathers information on specific topics. Cryptocurrency data aggregators help you find new crypto. For instance, CoinMarketCap collects and displays a list of new cryptocurrencies, their prices, market capacity, and trading volume. This type of service helps you get some information to determine what other investors think about the cryptocurrency and whether it has potential. CoinGecko is another data aggregator that lists new coins with much of the same information that CoinMarketCap offers. Social media. Social media is known for its ability to transmit information fast. X, formerly Twitter, for example, is one of the quickest moving and responding platforms in the United States. You can easily find cryptocurrency developers and founders on X tweeting about their cryptocurrency whenever there are changes or new coins. Notifications for specific keywords on X are especially helpful. If you set up alerts for phrases like new crypto, crypto release, or crypto, you will receive notifications about any cryptocurrency-related tweet. Telegram is another instant messaging platform that can deliver timely new crypto developments. Websites. There are many websites that you can look over to find new cryptocurrencies. Some of the more reputable ones are Top ICO List, TradingView, and CoinMarketCap. Tools. You can use several tools to help you verify the validity of a cryptocurrency. CryptView lets you enter the token name or address, and BSC Check lets you check tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. Each displays information about transactions, contracts, holders, prices, and more, enabling you to see whether anyone else is active. There are many other tools available for investigating tokens. Token Sniffer lets you enter the cryptocurrency's name or address and displays an audit of it. For instance, a scan of AX-1, Orbit, address 0x0C3E7D, 23665B, 4C, 040381688BIFF, 94DC 5855728B805, displayed the following information for the token dated April 8, 2022. Warning: the coin was flagged for being part of a scam, bug, or hack. Swap analysis. The token is sellable and has a buy and sell fee of less than 10%. Contract analysis. Verified contract, no prior similar contracts. The source is not an owner, no special creator permissions. Warning: the coin was flagged for being part of a scam, bug, or hack. Swap analysis. The token is sellable and has a buy and sell fee of less than 10%. Contract analysis. Verified contract. No prior similar contracts. The source is not an owner. No special creator permissions. Token Sniffer lets you view the contract code and generate a bubble map showing you the creator's address, the addresses of the top 100 holders, and the percentage they hold. You'll also see any burn addresses, which is where developers send coins to take them permanently out of circulation. Many DeFi platforms have native tokens used within their networks to facilitate transactions. Examples of DeFi platforms are Maker, Uniswap, and Aave. In addition to being a blockchain, Ethereum also functions as a DeFi platform because it allows users to create anything they want on it, including dApps. Non-fungible token, NFT. Marketplaces. NFTs are assets that have been tokenized. Tokenization is the process of linking hashed information from the asset and storing it on a blockchain. It establishes ownership without question because the token's network validators must verify ownership through a consensus. NFTs are also critical components of the metaverse, an emerging tech trend championed by enterprises that operate in the digital landscape. OpenSea and Rarible are two examples of popular NFT marketplaces. Here, you can find them ranging in price from hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars. There are also specialized marketplaces that focus on a particular industry or sport. For example, the National Basketball Association, NBA, has an NFT marketplace called Top Shot, and the National Football League, NFL, has partnered with Dapper Labs to produce All Day, exclusive digital video highlights of iconic moments in its history. Initial coin offerings, ICOs. Initial coin offerings, ICOs, eclipsed venture capital as the primary fundraising method for entrepreneurs in 2018. Startups and prominent companies alike jumped onto the ICO bandwagon. Then, the ICO bubble burst as scams proliferated in their ecosystem, and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, began investigating and cracking down on them. Point 2. The SEC now provides substantial guidance on when tokens and ICOs are considered the sale of a security. Commission, SEC, began investigating and cracking down on them. Point 2, the SEC now provides substantial guidance on when tokens and ICOs are considered the sale of a security. You can still find ICOs, but they are highly regulated and not nearly as numerous. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs. You can also invest indirectly in cryptocurrencies through derivatives that trade on mainstream exchanges. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange CME crypto futures, including Bitcoin and Ether futures, are popular with investors looking for indirect exposure to crypto. Bitcoin-linked exchange-traded funds, ETFs, based on CME's Bitcoin futures, debuted in crypto markets in 2021. In January 2024, the long-awaited and embattled Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved by the SEC. These ETFs offer exposure to Bitcoin, but are much cheaper because you can purchase shares of a fund that holds Bitcoin rather than buy Bitcoin directly. Shortly after the Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved, the SEC approved several Ethereum spot ETFs. In January 2024, the long-awaited and embattled Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved by the SEC. These ETFs offer exposure to Bitcoin, but are much cheaper because you can purchase shares of a fund that holds Bitcoin rather than buy Bitcoin directly. Shortly after the Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved, the SEC approved several Ethereum spot ETFs. Researching new crypto coins. Beneath their technical jargon, cryptocurrencies are products that usually serve a purpose, whether it be only a payment method, Bitcoin, or as a utility token used to perform actions on a blockchain, Ether. However, meme coins, such as Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, generally do not have a purpose, but somehow have accumulated fans that value them. Here are some factors to look into and tools you can use to help identify a coin that is not a so-called rug pull or another scam. A rug pull is a coin whose developers will accept payments for it and then pull it off whatever platform you purchased it on while keeping the funds you paid. Use cases. Ethereum's ETH token is used as a payment system on its blockchain. This makes ETH a perfect example of a use case that might incentivize someone to buy ETH. Ethereum is designed for scalability and future development, making it an ideal ecosystem on which to build DeFi applications. The uses for Ethereum, the global virtual machine that powers much of DeFi and is rumored to be the choice of developers for Web3, continue to grow. New utility tokens designed to work on the Ethereum virtual machine EVM emerge frequently. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was designed purely as a payment method, but when investors noticed its price was climbing, the token developed another purpose. The global pandemic briefly shut down much of the world's economy, and stock markets worldwide tumbled. Bitcoin became a safe haven for investors looking to preserve value and a speculative investment. The more use cases that a new coin and the blockchain that it supports have, the more likely it is that the cryptocurrency will last long enough to experience growth. However, this won't always be the case. Liquidity. A cryptocurrency needs liquidity, meaning that it should have enough trading volume to sell it quickly if you need to. If you find a cryptocurrency with no volume, you should consider waiting to see whether it will develop any. If other investors aren't trading a new crypto coin in large amounts, it might indicate that it isn't yet worth buying or is a scam. Value. You should identify the value a coin has or might have. It's likely that if it has value to you, others will value it. This type of value isn't only monetary, it could be intangible, such as an NFT that you identify with on a personal level. Some songwriters and musicians are creating NFTs from their music. Purchasing a song NFT directly supports the artists and gives you ownership of the token and whatever rights the artist granted when the token was minted. The sports tokens mentioned previously may be the equivalent of trading cards or videos of the future. Some additional considerations are prospects. If you're able to identify a cryptocurrency with an edge over others, such as providing a solution to a widespread problem, it might be a good investment because it could have longevity. Supply and demand. Many cryptocurrencies have a predetermined maximum supply. When that maximum is reached, typically through mining efforts, no new tokens will be produced. Demand may increase or decrease depending on market sentiments and use cases. Price and volume. Up-to-date information about cryptocurrency trading is easily available online. Digital currencies with increasing prices and trading volume are likely to be those that have momentum. Of course, there is no guarantee that this momentum will be maintained, but it is nonetheless a useful way of seeing which digital currencies have the most investor interest for the time being. What are the newest cryptocurrencies? New cryptocurrencies are introduced daily, so there is no shortage. Some new coins listed on Binance on March 1, 2025 were Solana Treasury Machine, STM, 101M, 101M, and it's Gone, Dog on Base, Dog, and Finvesta, Finvesta.